Morning everyone, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm feeling a lot more refreshed than I was the night before. Even though last night I went to bed later than I did, I think I just needed to rest. Like yesterday, I could have just honestly, that yesterday could have been deleted, to be honest. It was just an interesting day for myself. But I'm feeling much better now. I'm feeling energized and refreshed and blessed. I'm feeling blessed. So let's just go ahead and get into our goal for the day. As always, God is blessing us. He will always be blessing us. Today's goal is to be clear. Okay, be clear. Now, I almost had to say that with a little bit of attitude because it's important for us to understand, making sure to understand clarity and making sure that everything we do, our actions, how we speak, that we are clear. So let me be clear in this video and give you the definitions and also how we can adopt that clear mindset for our lives today and the rest of our lives. So what does it mean to be clear? It pretty much means that you are free from any obstruction. You're free from darkness. You're recognizing the light in things. So obviously the opposite of darkness is light. So if you're free from darkness, you're standing in the light, you're standing in the truth, you are easily understood, things are easily understood for you. So that is what it means to be clear. How can we adopt a clarity sense of mind or just attitude in our everyday life? Number one, you have to understand what is dark and what is light. If you don't know what's dark and what's light, you're never going to be clear. Okay, so if you don't know what's right and what's wrong, and this honestly goes back to your morals. So we really haven't talked about morals in a long time. We've been talking a lot about purpose. Like we've been driving purpose. But today today's focus honestly is around really defining for yourself and identifying what is dark in your life and how do you get to the light? How do you free yourself from that darkness in order to be pulled to the light? And darkness can look different depending on the situation and depending on the individual. My dark areas may not be dark areas for you. You know, it's honestly how God reveals things to you. So darkness could come in the form of a job, a person, a place, just anything negative that's trying to pull you into a negative space or trying to pull you back to where you were. You know, what really annoys me sometimes is when you make a change. A lot of times when people change themselves and try to do better for themselves, whether it's because they have found a relationship with Christ, they're starting to go to church more, or even they're starting to be more healthy, you know, different things of the nature, there always is that one person that tries to remind you of your old self. And to me, it's like, why would you want me if I'm trying to better myself and you are a person that I care about? Because a lot of times it's your friends. A lot of times it's your friends or your family members, people that you care about. So if I'm trying to better myself and you see that I'm trying to better myself, or I've made it clear that I'm trying to better myself, and you say you care for me, why wouldn't you want me to do better for myself? Okay. But then again, that all goes back to how you are explaining it to them. Because not only do we need to free ourselves from darkness or in order to get to the light, or free ourselves from any obstructions, but being clear also means your delivery. So if I know personally that I'm trying to better myself, me being clear means that everyone around me should understand this is what I stand for. These are my goals. These are my values. These are my morals, because I am called to a higher purpose. And me explaining that to someone, there should be no like smoke and mirrors. Like, it should be very clear. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm not doing. If it's not clear, maybe you need to explain to people around you, this is what I'm doing. Because honestly, once you do that, it should clear up some things for you. It should already free you from destruction or obstructions and darkness. Because a lot of times when people see that you're on a certain path, then they won't want to come with you. And that's not, any fault of anybody. It's not saying it's your fault, not saying it's their fault. Just saying that if your paths are not lining up and you say, you know what, I'm about this now. This is where God has me. This is the track that God has me on. It really doesn't line up with what you're doing and the track that you're on. A lot of times things will handle themselves. Things will clear up on their own. But in order to be clear today, we want to make sure that we're identifying the darkness versus the light, making sure that we are freeing ourselves from things that are negative and that are pulling us back to a place that we have been freed from. So that's number one. Number two, when we're on our goal, when we're on our path to our goals and fulfilling our purpose, we want to make sure that those around us clearly understand what we value, what our morals are, what we're standing for, so that there's no confusion and that there's peace. Okay, a lot of times confusion and disruption come about because things aren't clear. Make them clear today. Make them clear. Okay, so that is our goal for today, is to be clear. Hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.